Namaskaram. Today I am going to do a small tutorial on goddess Saraswathi because it is Basanta Panchami. Basanta Panchami is normally a festival of celebration of goddess Saraswathi, and for all of us who play the veena, it is a very important day. This is a very rare kirtana of Muthuswamy Dikshitar in the Ragam Hindolam, set to Roopakam Talam. I am going to do a very simple tutorial. The reason being, Hindolam is a Ragam which allows a lot of improvisations, and I want you, all of you students who have been following my channel, who know from all the Kirtana tutorials that I have done how variations or improvisations can be made. So please make improvisations and post it in the comment section for the benefit of others. Now Hindolam. Hindolam is a janyam of two ragams. Normally it is attributed to be a janyam of either Natavabhairavi or Hanumatodi, 8th Melakarta ragam. Why? Because if you drop Rishabham and Panchamam in both of these ragams, you'll end up having Hindolam. So it goes, the Arohanam Avarohanam goes like this. Shadjamam, Sadharana Gandharam or Ga2, Ma1, Suddha Madhyamam, Suddha Daivatam Da1, Ni2, Kaishiki Nishadam, and Sagamada Nisa, Sanida Magasa. And I'm going to put the Talam, Roopakam Talam, 3 beats. Saraswathi, Vidhiyuvathi, Sanidama, Gamadanisa, saMrakshatu mam. Shri Saraswathi, Vidhiyuvathi, saMrakshatu mam. Shri Saraswathi, Vidhiyuvathi, saMrakshatu mam. Shri Saraswathi. So just 2 sangatis for the Pallavi. One very simple and one a relatively complicated improvisation. The in-betweens, I definitely want all of you to participate in this learning of how to make sangatis. So let's go. As you see on the screen, sa, ni, da, ma. The sahityam is fitted with the notation as per the talam. Like in many of my tutorials, if you are new to my tutorials, please go and watch all my tutorials right from Vatapi Ganapatim Bhaje, where I have told how the very first sangati should be connected. The sahityam should be connected with the talam first. Then the variations can be done within that space of the talam. So you have Saraswathi in one full Roopakam Talam. Sa, ni, da, ma. I'm playing all of the notes without any connects. Saraswathi. Ga, ma and da and ni are played separate along with the intonations of Hindolam. Ni to sa I connect. Can you see? Vidhiyuvathi. Once again. Many of you might think how plain it sounds. That is how you try your very first sangati. You have to first fix it to the talam. Saraswathi, Vidhiyuvathi. Once you have done that, you can then play. Sa, ni to sa, sa to ni is how I am playing the sa ni. Sa ni da ma. Da to ma, you can give a connect. Once again, ni to sa, sa to ni. is sara, and then svatI, da to ma. And then from ma I give a connect to ga for the Vidhiyuvathi. Ga, ma is happening from ma. Da to ni to sa is another connect. See how from a very plain representation we are making it swing into the melody of Hindolam. Saraswathi Vidhiyuvathi. And then the next sangati is saMrakshatu mam Shri, and saMrakshatu mam. After the mam you have one full beat that you have to leave before you say Shri. So all of these are again to keep you tight with the Talam. Please observe the notation and play accordingly. Ni ni da ma. I am pushing the ni, the first ni from da, and then ni da ni da one strike, and then the return ni of kshatu ni da, and the last ni is pushed from da. Mam is a normal dama. Then leave one beat. That gamadani has to be fitted within one beat, a last single beat of the Roopaka Talam. So you rush. Shri. And then you go back to your first sangati of sa. This is the first sangati. The next one will be Saraswathi Vidhiyuvathi. Saraswathi Vidhiyuvathi. Sa niga sa. Now when I say niga, you might expect to go to ga itself. That's not how Carnatic music sahityams operate. The ga has to be pushed in sa itself. Sa niga sa sarasvati nidama magama nidani sa. Maga one strike, and from ga back to ma is another strike. Then leave the ma, go to ni da one strike, and from da back to ni is another strike. And then sa, the last sa is a 4 matra sa. Once again. This was Saraswathi Vidhiyuvathi, the second sahityam. Then saMrakshatu mam Shri. That will be the next one. Look at the notation there on your screen. Samaga sani sani dani damani damaga gamadani saga. That is the split. Samaga, the ma pushed in ga. In one strike you play samaga. Then ra, again sani sa in one strike. Kshatu, ni da one strike, ni one strike. That ni comes from da. Dama ni da maga, that is ma. In one strike you have to play dama ni da maga. Then gama da ni saga is one strike, that is for the Shri. So when you're literally floating across the fretboard from the Madhyasthai ga to the Tarasthai ga, your hands need to follow your your eyes need to follow your hands very, very keenly. So please be watchful when you play this sangati. saMrakshatu mam Shri Saraswathi. da ni sa ga ma da ni sa Vidhiyuvathi. So this was the last the complicated Sangati that I was talking of. Now let me play the full Pallavi for you. Let's go to the Charanam. muraLI veena gana vinodini samvedini. muraLI veena gana vinodini samvedini charu chandra hasini sarasi ruhalojani. murari guru guha modini sabdata swarupini hamsini brahmani arata varna rupini sarasvati vidhiyuvathi. This will be how your Charanam and the Samashti Charanam flow. Let us now go and see how to play it. muraLI. Look at your screen for the notation, for the placement of the Sahityam in the notation, which is the most important thing you have to do first thing, to see the connect of the Talam with the Sahityam, so that when you play, the Talam is not missed. Ma to Ga connect, then Ga back to Ma connect. Then Ni, Da, go from Da. Da to Ni back to Da. That was Veena. Once again. Ga, ma, da, ga, na. Now ga, na. So in the ga, ma, da, ma is silent. Vinodini. Ni, sa, da. Ni one strike. Sa, ni one strike. And then sa, da. Sa is pushed from Ni. And Da comes from Ni also. Vinodini once again. Ni one strike again. Sa Ni one strike. Then from Ni back to Sa, where you say Sa, and from Ni again to Da. Da. Vinodini. Ma da ni sa samvedini. Ma will come from Da. Then da ni sa ni. Vedi. Da ni sa one strike, Ni one strike. Last Sa is one strike. Samvedini will be Ma coming from Da. Then you have a Da ni sa one strike, a Ni one separate strike, with the last Sa, 4 matra Sa, one strike. Now how does this Sahityam go? muraLI. Ni, da. Ga, ma, da, ga, na. Ni, sa, da, vinodini. Samvedini, ma, da, ni, sa. The next Sangati for muraLI will go like this. Mada, ma, ga, ma. How do you do? You play the mada in ma itself. You strike. Mada one strike and maga one strike. The da, mind you, has to go in ma itself. muraLI. then Tani da mada. Veena is just 2 syllables, so Dani Dama will be 1 strike, Da will be 1 separate strike. So Mada, Maga, Ma, where Mada is 1 strike, Maga is 1 strike, and the last Ma is 1. 3 strikes in muraLI. Veena is only 2 strikes. Dani Dama 1 strike. And then Gana, Gana, Mada Nisa 1 strike, Nida 1 strike. Then Vinodini, Dama is V. V. Dani Saga Nisa Vinodini. So now the Vinodini will go Dama Dani Saga Nisa Vinodini. Once again, the second version of no, there is a saMvedini also. Nisa, Nida, Nisa, Nisa 1 strike, Nida 1 strike, and then Ni and Sa you have to strike again. Watch this. Second version of muraLI Veena. Mada, Maga, Ma, the mother played in Ma itself. So I told you muraLI has got 3 syllables. So 3 places you will strike for the Mada, Maga, Ma. And then Veena is only 2 strikes. Dani, Dama 1 strike, Da 1 strike. Where the Ni is pushed in Da itself. And then Gana, Mada, Nisa, Nida. Mada, Nisa is 1 strike, Nida is 1 strike. That is for Gana. Then Dama, Dani, Saga, Nisa. What is that? Vinodini. Now you have the, after the Vinodini, you have these some second variation of the saMvedini. saMvedini, Nisa 1 strike. And the Nida is another strike. Dini, two of the syllables of saMvedini will get both strike in Ni and Sa. saMvedini. So the 2 versions of muraLI Veena. After this you have the Charu Chandra Hasini. Dani 1 strike, and from Ni back to Da is 1 strike. Nisa, Ni, again Nisa 1 strike, Ni 1 strike back. Nisaga Saga. This was Hasini. Nisaga Saga was Hasini. So how do you play the Charu Chandra Hasini? Dani, Dani, Sani, Nisaga Saga, Charu Chandra. Dani 1 strike, and from Ni back to Da is another strike, that is Charu. Chandra will be Nisa 1 strike, and from Sa back to Ni, Chandra, that is 1 strike, and then Hasini, Nisaga 1 strike, and from Ga you strike and come to Sa, and then back to Ga again from Sa. So this is all that interconnection and mixing of frequencies that's very important for you to bring out the soul of the song. So now you will play the Sarasi Roha Lochani. Samaga Sa Sani Nida Nisa. How do you do that? Samaga Sarasi Sa 1 strike, and from Sa you strike and push the Ma into Ga. So double strike in Sa. Sa Sa Make a Jandavarsi of Sasa. Sa ni ni da is one strike, low. For the Lochani is low. Play it in one strike with a shake in ni to get the sa ni ni da. Then ni sa cha ni ro cha ni. Sa ma ga sa sa ni ni da ni sa. Now Charu Chandra second variation. Ga ma ma ga charu ma da da ma. So ga ma ma ga is one strike, and then from ma you go to ga. Ma da da is one strike, and from there you go to ma. Then the same hasini will be to go up. Dani saga saga, dani saga. Dani saga saga. So the hasini will be one strike for dani saga, then saga, that will be for the hasini sini. This was one strike for dani saga, and double strike in sa to do one sa and then the ga. Once again, the Charu Chandra hasini second variation. Ga ma ma ga ma da da ma. Two strikes each. Dani saga for ha is one strike. Saga is another two strikes in sa. Then sarasi ruha. Lochani will flow down. Sa ni ni da da ma. If you can do it all in one strike, that will be the best. Otherwise, you can give a strike in dama. But see to it that the dama strike is slightly light. The right hand should be striking it a little gentle. Gama dama gama gasa. Now cha cha ni. Gama dama will be in one strike. The ma, the dha pushed in ma itself. This was Gama Gasa. Listen to it. This is a listen and learn series, so a lot of it you must listen and absorb. Gama Dama. I pushed the da in ma itself. I played it all in one strike. Gama Dama. And Gama Gasa again in ga itself. All in one strike. The Lochani, I am playing it once again. Once you have done this, you have your Samashti Charanam. Samashti Charanam is a very, it's a stamp of Muthuswamy Dikshitar's Kirtane, where the Sahityam will rush. There is not much space for a raga flow here. Literally, you are like you're chanting it. Murari Guru Guha Modini Sabdartha Swarupini Hamsini Brahmani Arakta Varna Rupini Saraswati. Murari Guru Guha Modini. Very first time when you play this, go and stop at Modini. Though this entire thing is coming in one Talam, for the very first time, the Modini, the Dini will go to the second Talam. Magasa. Magasa. The sa is a single note and it's played, everything is struck here. Maga in again in ga itself. The ma itself is taken in ga. Sa. Magasa. Then maga dama, maga again pushed in ga. From there you push into ma and say dama. If you notice, if you hear it very keenly, the maga was taken in ga, dama was pushed in ma. Da, ni, sa, all played plain. Da in da, ni in ni, and sa in sa. That is modini. Here you can go and wait for 2-3 cycles of talam also. Maga sa maga da ma da ni sa. Then Sabdhartha Swarupini. sa ga sa. Sa, double strike, one strike for sa, one strike to go to ga, and then back to sa. Don't connect that sa which is coming in the return. Sabdhartha sadhani sa. Sada, again double strike in sa, one for sa and one to come to da. Sabdhartha swarupini. Once again this particular line, muraLI guru go amodini sabdhartha swarupini. Please once again watch the notation on the screen. Wherever you have to pause, you pause. Where you should not, please avoid, otherwise your Talam will be gone. Maga sa maga da ma da ni sa sa ga sa sa da ni sa. That was Sabdhartha Swarupini. Then Hamsini Brahmani. Araktavarna Rupini. Let me do Hamsini Brahmani once again, how you played it. Watch this. Everything is being taken in sa itself. Though there is a ga, I am not going up till ga. I am taking the ga in sa itself. Hamsini Nisani. And towards the end I am dropping down to the. Nisani the, like that. The nida, the. Brahmani, the sa is taken in ni. Double strike in ni itself, the sa is pushed in ni. And then you are saying for the Brahmani, nida for the Brahmani. Then sa ni da maga sa. Sa ni da, you are going to strike. Magasa is one strike. Sa ni da magasa. So the split is sa ni da will be arakta. Varna will be magasa. That is one strike. Gama one strike. Dani is one strike for the Rupini. Arakta varna Rupini sa ni da magasa. Strike all three. Magasa is one strike. Gama one strike. Dani one strike. Rupini. And then you go to Saraswathi. I'll play this Samashti Charanam for you. Saraswathi Vidhiyuvathi, and stop it there. I'm going to play this full Kirtane for you. I hope this is going to help all of you to perfect it and learn it much better. Like I mentioned before, do make more sangatis with the Tala guides that you have, with the sangatis that I have given, and post it. Make it an interactive session, make it an interesting session for all the students who are following these tutorials. Thank you, and until I meet you in the next video, best wishes.